Sorry about all the movement, y'all. Redefine me checking in. Tasha checking in. Give me a second. I'm trying to fix this little tripod, child. I don't know. It feels like I'm leaning and I'm trying to. Hold on, y'all. I'm sorry. I'm trying to get this situated. What's up, y'all? If it's your first time checking in, this is Tasha checking in with another video, and this is going to be the season finale review. Okay, I think I got it. This is going to be the season finale review for Love During Lockup, y'all. Hold on, let me switch up my lighting. Okay, I think that's good enough. What's going on, y'all? Tasha checking in with another video. Sorry about all the movement, the technical difficulties. You know, I gotta get myself together to redefine me. We always got to get situated before we actually get into it, right? But anyway, y'all, thank y'all for stopping in. I so appreciate y'all. If you haven't done so already, go ahead and like, comment, and subscribe to the Redefine Me channel. We have a good time over here. And I'm coming to you today, like I said, with the season finale review for Love During Lockup, okay? Y'all, this finale, it was okay to me. If I had to rate it, I always start with my ratings, or I try to at some point during the video. If I had to rate this review, I would give this review a, let me see. I would give this a 6. I give it a 6. It was just okay. I mean, it had some bells and whistles and stuff. Candice got on my whole nerve, child. But we gonna get to her. But let's get into these couples, okay? So first couple up, and if I look down, that means I'm taking notes. And this is probably the last time I'm gonna say that, because if you've been watching me for a minute, you already know that I take notes, and I look down sometimes so I can stay on track. Okay, so first couple, let's get them out the way. Teenie and Rob. Teenie and Rob ain't really have nothing going on. As y'all know, Rob is out. He got out of jail. Remember last episode, they ran across the field to get Rob, to see him, to hug him, and all of that. And so that's what happened on this episode. They finally got to Rob. Nehemiah is happy. Teenie starts kissing Rob, and I'm just like, why didn't you leave Nehemiah at home? Because you up here tonguing down Rob in front of your son. I mean, they was kissing for like 10 minutes. It was like, mwah, 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 mwah. I was like, child, don't nobody want to see that? Every time you turn around, he opened the door for Nehemiah and Teenie, and then she kisses him again. He gets in the car, he kisses her again. And granted, I get it. Your man just got out of jail, and you excited, and you want to kiss him. Hello, I cannot see because my ring light is in my face. Is it Shamshir? Hello, Sham. I'm just say Sham. Hola, welcome to the live. So yeah, they was just kissing. What's going on? I can't pronounce your name. Vijay. Welcome to the live. So they was kissing, and then they rode off and went on to the house and everything. And that was really it about them, to wrap them up as a couple, because you know on the season finales, they give you a wrap up of what is happening with the couple. So to wrap them up as a couple, they said that Rob is there. They're all enjoying family time. They showed a video of them on the family cruise on the boat, going out to dinners and stuff like that. So they look like they're enjoying family life. And they also said that Rob is studying to get his CDL. And pause. My thing on the season finale, why didn't they wrap up some questions? Like, what is Rob's business? Okay, he come out, and while he was in there, Teenie did inform us that he had a business. We never found out what the business was. How is he providing for Teenie and the kids? The only thing we learned about on this show, how he was getting his money, was gambling and playing some poker. So I'm like, what is the business? We didn't never meet his brother to kind of get some background on the business. And then on top of that, we did not tap into the fact that Rob has a whole other woman on his shoulder tattooed. We didn't get into that either. But Jay says, I don't know what you're talking about, but you look pretty. Well, thank you, Vijay. This is my review for Love During Lockup, the season finale. I've been reviewing this show for this season, and I do a couple of show reviews and different stuff on my channel. So on Sundays, I review this particular show. It comes on Friday nights, 9 p.m. on WeTV. So if you want to check out the past reviews I've done, go ahead and subscribe to the channel, and you can check out that and a plethora of other things that I have on the channel. So that's where we talk about Love During Lockup. Okay, so that was it with them. But there was so many, okay, you got it. There was so many unanswered questions that they did not answer about this couple. But that was it for them. And again, it wasn't much because they're really boring, really. I don't know if they're going to be on Love After Lockup, because y'all know it has different series. I don't know if they're going to be on Love After Lockup, but if they are, I guess we will get into more further detail about them. But in my opinion, they're boring, and I don't really want to, see them come back. They ain't got no drama going on. Just go off, run into the sunset, and live and be a family. Next couple that we're going to talk about is Joey and Mike. Hold on, let me get rid of somebody real quick. Bam. Okay, he is gone. So next couple we're going to talk about is Joey and Michael. Yes, I said Joey and Michael, two guys. The generation we're living in right now, we're going to get a little bit of everything in these shows, and it's up to us to just navigate through it. And I decided to still cover them, even though I don't agree with their lifestyle, but I was like, I still will cover this couple because they really didn't have nothing major going on anyway. So it was the same old thing week after week. So Joey is going to go see Mike in prison finally. He's going to go see him. He's driving up there, and hello, I cannot pronounce your name. I'm just going to say Ravel. I think that's your name. Hello, welcome to the live. Make sure as you come in, you go ahead and like this video, this live, and also go ahead and subscribe to the channel. So Joey's driving. He's driving up to see Mike at the prison. While he's driving, he hyping himself up. He's up here talking about, I'm probably going to go up here and end it with Mike. I don't know if he's a changed man. I don't know if I could wait for him to get out and blah, blah, blah. Like he hyping himself up, probably playing some DMX on the radio. He getting all hype. He going up there to see Mike, right? So then when he gets up there, y'all know Love During Lockup cameras cannot go inside the prison. So we wait for him. He comes out, and now all of that rah, 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 I don't know if I could wait for him mentality went out the window. And he comes out and he says, he's all gushy, like, oh, I've seen him. We took some photos together, and it all went well. And that's what Joey is saying. Mike says that he is in love, but worried about being in a monogamous relationship. So Mike doesn't believe that he can be faithful in a monogamous relationship. We don't believe it either. These two have nothing going on for real. That was all that happened with them. He finally just saw Mike. To wrap up this couple, Joey is waiting on the results from Mike's parole hearing, because he had a parole hearing to see if he can get out. And he still hasn't gotten that yet. And then his mom, y'all remember his mom got sick during this season, and she is making a full recovery, and she's doing well. Really, that's all I cared about was the mom. How's the mom? How's the mom doing? Because Joey and Mike was full of crap. I don't understand how Joey is 46 years old, and he cannot navigate what he wants, what he will deal with, what he won't deal with in a relationship. Like, it's like he has low self-esteem. He's full of crap. Mike's full of crap. I don't want to see them two ever again. WeTV, please don't bring them back. From a viewer and a content creator of the show. So they was just full of crap. I don't understand that. At 46 years old, you are good and growing. You should know exactly what type of person you want, what you will deal with, and what you won't deal with. I don't understand. Joey was acting like a 15-year-old kid on this whole season. But anyway, on to the next couple, which is going to be Rick and Samantha. So y'all know Rick married Samantha, right? Last episode, he married Samantha. Child, what a difference a week can make, okay? So we open up with Rick. Rick is meeting with his niece, okay? They're sitting down and everything and talking about, his marriage. And she notices that he doesn't have the ring on his finger. And she's like, where's your ring? It's not on your finger. And after 6 weeks of being married to Samantha, he is saying that he doesn't think it's going to work. And I'm just thinking to myself, Rick, you knew it wasn't going to work before you married this lady. See, I don't think that Rick fell out of any love with Samantha. I think the issue is with Rick and Samantha is that Rick realized that he is retired on a fixed income and that Samantha, when she come out of jail, she is not going to be able to contribute to the household. So he was going to have to be the main breadwinner, really the only breadwinner, until she got herself on her feet and got a job. And Rick was thinking to himself, I am not willing to compromise with my income. Y'all already know he was married one time before. He already has to probably pay alimony to this lady and do whatever. He said he does not want to do it 2 times. And I'm like, Rick, I understand how you feel, but you should have thought about these things before you went and married this lady. And now you just trying to make it seem like, oh, the thrill is gone type situation. And that's not what it is. It's all about the money, because if Rick was rolling in the dough, he would have continued to deal with Samantha, in my opinion. The niece is like, I told you so. She's basically like, I told you so. You're up here putting money on her books, doing all this stuff for her, and you know you're on a fixed income. She's like, I told you so, but you didn't listen to me. The niece says, you still want to be a player, and Rick did not say that it was a lie. He's thinking like, yeah, I still want to be out here sewing my royal oats, being out here dealing with different women. Sam, we cut over to her. She thinks that Rick is just out here funning and gunning and cheating and doing whatever he wants to do. But he isn't telling her anything. He's basically saying, what's up, Alex? Welcome to the live. Hello from Germany. Hello from Germany. Make sure you subscribe to the channel and like this video, y'all. Hello, hello, hello. And Rick is, she thinking he's cheating, but Rick is just thinking about ending it because he's broke. And that's what I told you. He doesn't have any money. So then he goes and decides to meet with the lawyer. I said, dang, he really going to do this. So he goes to meet with the lawyer to dissolve the marriage. And I'm thinking to myself, dissolve the marriage? Why? She didn't do anything, not from what I could tell. Alex says, can I get an N-word pass? No, you can't. I'm in the United States. I am in the United States in Georgia. So, okay, so what was I saying? So he goes to meet with the lawyer so he can dissolve the marriage and everything. And so he said he doesn't want to jeopardize what he has. That's what he's telling the lawyer, as if we didn't know. He's broke, and he does not, with the little bit of money that he does have, he does not want to give that to Samantha. So he's talking to the lawyer. While he's talking to the lawyer, Samantha calls to see if he's trying to work out this situation, right? He's telling her he doesn't know if he's going to work it out or what's going to happen. So Rick is still manipulating her and lying to her because he's sitting in the lawyer's office, but then he's telling her he don't know if he's going to work it out with her or they're still going to stay married. And it's like, Rick, stop lying. You're at the lawyer's office. You don't want to continue your marriage with this woman. You're there to see if you can dissolve the marriage. So he leaves the lawyer's office. We don't know what happens with that. I guess he's going to do the paperwork, but we find out towards the end. So Sam thinks he wants to end their marriage because he is seeing Sandy. Okay. Okay. Yeah. Vijay, don't worry about it. I saw him. I didn't block him yet, but matter of fact, let me go ahead and just let him leave and exit stage left. I normally have a moderator, but the moderator isn't here, so I'm going to be doing moderating and reviewing the show. Okay, so where was I at? Okay, so he leaves the lawyer office. Sam in her confessional thinks that he wants to get a divorce because he's hooking up with Sandy, and that isn't the case, but it kind of is the case because Rick wants to go and sow his Rolos and be with some of the other high school women. What's up? Nothing is Galaxy Gaming. What's up, Galaxy Gaming? How are you? Welcome to the live. So to wrap up Rick and Samantha, Sam's release was delayed for 6 months. Now, we don't know why it was delayed. Maybe Sam got into some trouble where she's locked up at, but her release was delayed for 6 months. Rick actually went and filed for divorce. So we know he is filed for divorce and it's actually going to happen. He also says he is pursuing hooking up with the high school chicks that he went to high school with. And I'm like, dang, Rick, you ain't waste no time. The ink ain't even dry on the divorce papers, and Rick is out here like, let me see what's up with the high school chicks that I used to go to school with and see if they down to get it on. I was like, dang. And you know what's messed up? The whole time Rick has played this woman. I'm not saying Samantha is no angel, right? But you knew, Rick, that you were working with a fixed income. You knew that. So why would you then string this lady along and make it seem like you want a lasting marriage with her when you know goodness well you don't, because you are on a fixed income? I don't get that. But anyway, that was Rick and Samantha. Let's move on to the next couple, which is going to be Ayana and Jamal. So y'all know last week Ayana had to go turn herself in and she was locked up for 15 days. Well, this week, fast forward, Ayana is free. She's out of jail and she gets out, and the first thing she does when she gets out is read this message from Jamal. So y'all know Jamal is her boyfriend and he's actually locked up. This is the most ghetto situation. Like, the show is Love During Lockup, where people date people that's in jail. Now, Ayana was the one that was free. She's dating Jamal that's locked up. However, she ended up getting a DUI felony where she had to end up going and serving 15 days in jail herself. So it's like both of them are felons and was locked up. And I'm just like, this is crazy. So she reads the message from him. She's all giddy and excited about that. Then she goes to call her grandma. On this episode, the grandma was the MVP. And I'm going to say this. Y'all know I give Ayana's mom a hard time because in my opinion, the mom did not raise her with enough morals and guidance to conduct herself as a young woman in society. That's my opinion, right? A lot of people may disagree with me, but that's my opinion. But now we know, after meeting the grandma is the one that don't play with her. The grandma is the one that don't got time for her foolishness. So when she called the grandma put her in her place like right away, real quick. She said, hey, grandma, where you at? The grandma was like, I just got off of work and I'm on my way to pick up your daughter. And then Ayana says, well, I'm hungry. And the grandma says, oh, well, you shouldn't have put yourself in that situation. Then you wouldn't be hungry. And I was like, uh-oh. I was like, get her together, grandma. Because the mom, the way Ayana treated her last episode and the way she's been treating the mom don't give it to her the way she needs to. But grandma had time today, okay? So Ayana then doesn't want to hear her grandma talk about why she in jail and all that stuff. So Ayana, Ayana was trying to say, oh, past that, we passed that, grandma, we don't want to talk about that. But the grandma was like, yeah, whatever. So Ayana hung up the phone with grandma and just continued to wait. So I guess Ayana got tired of waiting for the grandma, so she goes and calls an Uber. So she calls Uber, he pulls up in a pickup truck, and she goes on to her PO office or parole office. She calls the grandma while she in the Uber, talking about she got tired of waiting. She took an Uber, meet her at the parole office. The grandma is like, okay. The grandma was like, what you ain't gonna do is rush me when I'm up here helping you out. And one thing the grandma said before she hung up with her the first time, the grandma was like, don't forget, you need me, I don't need you. And I was like, get her together, grandma. Tell her what it is, okay? So they pull up at the parole office. Hold up, y'all. Hold on, let me make sure. I brought a new book, y'all, and I think I put her notes, the rest of her notes, in my book. Yes, I did. Yes, I did. So, she pulls up. The grandma pull up at the parole office. Ayana then sees the grandma get out with the baby. Her daughter is so cute. The baby is running towards her mom because she sees the mom, and the mom and Ayana is running towards the baby. Um, they get to a restaurant and they go to get something to eat, right? So when they sit down at the table, Ayana is like, oh my goodness, prison food was horrible. She said the mashed potatoes taste like water, everything tastes like water. She wanted to cry so that the salt from her tears could season the food. And I was like, well, I'm like, grandma, you should have thought about these things before you did what you did to go in jail. So then they get in the restaurant. She's like, I want everything. I want steak. I want this. And I'm like, pump your brakes, Ayana. Do you have money to pay for this? You think grandma about to be slinging some big old hefty bill just because you spent 15 days in jail and didn't eat nothing? And sidebar, Ayana act like she went to prison for like 4 or 5 10 years or something. Girl, you did 15 days. You can eat that crap for 15 days. Could you imagine people who have to spend life in prison and eat the prison food every single day? Dang, man, that has got to suck. But I mean, if you do the crime, you gotta do the time. She up here telling the server when the server come over to take the order, I just got out of jail, so I want everything. I would have been like, ma'am, I didn't ask. I asked what you want to drink. I ain't asked what happened, why your hair look a little frizzy, and what you doing, why you look a mess. I ain't asked none of that. I ain't want to know why you just got out of jail, but she had to tell her. So Ayana gets up, she goes and changes her clothes and everything. Grandma stays there with the baby. They eat. Ayana's grandma again is at the table and she's like, I hope you learned your lesson. You know, I really do hope she learned her lesson because while they was on their way to the restaurant, Ayana called her son, and her son was just on the phone like he was over it. Like his mom has been doing crazy stuff. Y'all already know she's already a stripper for a profession or an exotic dancer, and then she goes and she messes with this dude that's in jail. She has no respect for her mom. Her son isn't even with her. Her mother's taking care of the son. While she was locked up, the mother had to also take care of her daughter. So she just got a lot going on and she has a lot growing up to do. And I just am confused at how she isn't grown up. Because having a baby grows you up. That is one thing in life that a woman does that will grow her up quick is becoming a mother. And for some reason, that skipped Ayana passed over her head, and probably because of her mother. I'm telling you, I'm telling you, I'm telling you. If Ayana does come back, which I hope she doesn't, I don't want to see her. But if she does come back, I would really like to dig into the relationship of what happened with the mother raising her. Like, they don't have to give us a whole big old story, but I would really love to just get some type of background, something. So anyway, let's move on. So the grandma is saying she hopes she learned her lesson. Then Jamal calls while she's changing her clothes. He's all like, what's up, booby? I'm glad to hear from you and all of this stuff like that. And she said being locked up made her realize how much she truly loved Jamal. So being locked up didn't make you realize that you need to grow up and change your life for your children. It made you realize how much you really love Jamal. All Ayana cares about is Jamal and being married to Jamal. She paints this picture as if she cares about her children, but she doesn't. Because all she talks about first is Jamal. Whatever you spend your time in and invest your time in and all of that, that's what you care about the most. And all she cares about is him, which is sad because she's a mother to two minor children. Just ridiculous. She told him on the phone, when you get out of jail, it ain't no more girlfriend, boyfriend. We need to get married. And I'm just like, girl. And he talking about some, yeah, that's the plan. Facts, that's the plan. Then when he hangs up with Ayana in his confessional, Jamal then tells us, the viewers, that he ain't trying to get married when he first come out. And truth be told, he has said this several times, that he is not trying to marry Ayana when he comes out of jail. The one thing he wants to do is get reacclimated before he goes and jump into something so serious, because he's already been married before, so he knows how serious it is. And one thing I can say, if I respect anything about him, is the fact that he's thinking on them terms. But when he breaks that to Ayana, we already have seen her act out. She's a hothead. She's not going to accept what he says, and she's going to act a fool. What else happened? What else happened? I think that was it with Ayana. To wrap up Ayana and Jamal, it says that Ayana still has 4 years left on her probation. And Jamal gets out at the end of 2024. So they didn't say exactly when he gets out of jail in 2024. They just said at the end of 2024. So maybe November, maybe December. But when he gets out, Ayana is expecting for him to propose. And I'm like, girl, keep waiting because he's not going to. Moving on to the next couple, y'all, which is going to be Shante and True. Hold on, y'all. Let me get Shante and True paper. Shante and True. Y'all, if Shante, this is what I'm going to say. All these people who are getting dragged through the mud by these felons, these convicts, these ex-cons, is people who have low or no self-esteem. Because somebody who knows their worth and is an attractive individual is not going to put up with this crap. Because for the life of me, I can't understand why Shante will put herself in this situation for a man like True. Y'all already know True has said that he only dates white women. White women. And Shante is like my complexion. So why the heck would you think that this man is going to be committed to you and your children and your life when all he dates is white women? Let's get into it. So Shante meets up, child, this hair is in my mouth. I was like, what is in my mouth? Part of his hair was just coming. You know, it was getting riled up too, y'all. So anyway, so Shante meets up with her friend, right, at this little diner or whatever it is, so she could vent about what's going on from her coming to meet up with True's family from last week. So the friend is like, what's up, friend? You know, what's going on? So Shante is like, girl, where do I begin? I'm like, child, here we go. I had my book like, hold on, where we about to begin? So Shante is telling the friend, you know, I normally have $4,000 plus over $4,000 in my savings. And the friend is like, yeah, I know. She said, girl, she got less than $4,000 in her savings. And she said she has that amount because she is paying 2 mortgages. Now, this is what Shante got going on. You know, she brought a house where True is in prison at. So when he gets out, where he's from, he could just come and move in with her, right? She did that, and then she has another house where she's from that she has not sold yet. So she has to still pay the mortgage on that. So she's paying 2 mortgages, y'all. And she got her kids living with her. Her kids that are grown enough, because one of them have a baby, and the other one, I can't remember how old he is, but I think he's in high school. They're old enough where they can get some type of job bringing in some type of income, but she's providing for 2 kids, okay? Then she says on top of that, she got bills, yada, yada, yada. You know, regular adult stuff that we all have. And she says that it's just being a lot. And then here's the cherry on the cake, y'all. She says that her job demoted her. Now, why did her job demote her? Because one of her co-workers found out that she was dating a felon, that she was dating True, and they ran and told management. And I said, what a petty co-worker. That's a hating co-worker. That co-worker probably is jealous of Shante and was like, I'm about to go bust your bubble. It was probably somebody Shante was confiding in as a friend. That's why you got to be careful of who you call a friend. And she went and told Shantae's mess, right? So the job found out about it, right? The job demoted Shante. And this is what happened when they demoted her. They took her bonuses. And they took her pay down to $26 an hour. Now, I don't know where y'all from in the chat. But in the U.S., I don't care where you live at in the U.S., $26 is just okay. You $26 if you are just single and by yourself will have your head, here's the water. $26 to have you right here. So they demoted her down to $26. And I'm like, child, how you gonna make it on $26 an hour having two mortgages and two kids that you taking care of? She said she paying cell phone bills for these kids and everything. And I'm like, pause. The child with the baby, unless your kids are in school and doing something with their life, I'm not paying your expenses, you adult children. You need to be in school or something in order for me to do that. Like, sidebar, my daughter is in college, and so because she's in college, I send her money. I also pay her rent where she is staying, and I also pay her cell phone bill. Those are the things that I pay for my daughter because I want her to focus on school. Now, she has a job, but she's not able to work as much because she's in school. So the fact that she's in college and she's doing something with herself, I'm taking care of the expenses. Now, when she graduates college, I would give her about 6 months to a year to find a job, save the money, get herself together, and then she got to go an adult. You know, it ain't going to be forever. I'm not going to be, but I am going to help you, you know. But Shante, every time we see her kids, now we don't know the background, but none of them look like they're in school or doing something else with their life. So I'm trying to figure out, Shante, why are you taking on all this responsibility? And why are you making your life so traumatic and sad over True? This dude is locked up. That last episode, remember, he told his family, I ain't moving in with her. So she went and got a house where he is at, thinking that he gonna move in with her. And he told his family in front of her that he's not moving in with her. I said, Shante, you are about the dumbest girl I've ever met. And I ain't judging, right? Because we all done something stupid over a man. I mean, if you have lived long enough, you've been in relationships, man or woman, we've all done something dumb over love, you know. But when you get to a certain age, you should have arrived at a light bulb moment, like a eureka moment, like, it makes sense. You should not still be doing the same stupid stuff. Okay, so what else happened? Okay, so she said that the job demoted her and did all of that because she went against the code of conduct. By being with True, she went against her job's code of conduct. Now, I don't know what it is Shante does for a living, but it's something where when they found out about True, it was against their code of conduct. What's up, Haley? Welcome to the live. Welcome, welcome, welcome. Go ahead and make sure you subscribe to the channel, y'all, and give this live a thumbs up. Thank you so much. Love y'all. So, okay. So then the friend, she's sitting there listening to it. And the friend was like, wow. She said, this is really sad. She was like, this man is bringing all this drama in your life. And it seems like since you've met him, he's the one that's bringing you down. Hold on, y'all. Let me get the rest of her notes. I thought I wrote something else about her, but I might not have nothing else about her. Hold on, y'all. One second. I don't know what I did with Shantae's other notes. Oh, okay, here it goes. I was like, where are the notes? Okay, so the friend is like, that's sad. You know, you're doing all this for this man and he's bringing you down, right? So then we find out that Shante, she's telling the friend, well, True wants me to make sure that he has certain things when he gets out. Y'all, get ready for this. True wants her to buy him Jordans. He wants her to buy him name brand Nike jumpsuits. He wants a shirt that costs $100 or more. And Shante dumb self has actually went and got the stuff that he's asking for. But we just found out that she's broke, but she's still going to go provide him with a lifestyle when he get out. What's up, Glow Girl? Welcome to the live. Welcome, welcome. Make sure you subscribe and like the video. Thank you, thank you. So she goes and gets all this stuff that he wants. And I'm just like, are you insane in the membrane? Like, what's going on? So then the friend is saying, you know, in my opinion, it seems like that True is selfish. And I said, my sentiments exactly. Seems like True is very selfish and very materialistic. Then he asked Shante for a MP. What did it say? Oh, I cannot see, child. This light. OTC. So it's just so crazy because True also asked her, I think he asked her for an MP3 player or something like a video game. And I'm like, I know you're not requesting video games and all this other stuff. I'm like, sir, you need to be happy that you can come out and have a place to lay your head and that I'm going to be footing the bill for you. But according to Shante, she's stressed out because she got all this stuff going on and then she got demoted in her pay. So to wrap up Shante and True, Shante is unsure if she will meet up with True when he's released. But I mean, that I think is a lie because we saw her packing up like stuff. I think stuff that he asked for. So she's definitely going to go see him at the release. So I don't know why that wrap up was said. Then it says they will be on the next series. So Love After Lockup, Shante and True is going to be on Love After Lockup. And I'm like, child, I can't wait to see what happened. This girl to me is very, very stupid. She has low self-esteem as well. When you don't look a certain way, I am telling you, people can sense it and know it, and they will run over you. When you don't have self-worth, high self-esteem, and look a certain way, people know this, and True know this, I believe, and is going to run over this girl because the first white woman that walked past True, he gonna dump Shante and get with that white girl because y'all know he only date white women. So I'm confused. But anyway, that's Shante and True. Let's move on to the last couple, y'all. Thank y'all for joining me. I so appreciate y'all. Love y'all so much. Make sure y'all like and subscribe to the channel. So the last couple, y'all, is going to be the couple that is going to probably make me go off. If y'all, this couple right here, Candice and Andrew, they are going to be our last couple. And when I tell y'all what Candice did to Andrew, if you have any type of heart, you're going to feel my sentiment as well. Let's get into Candice and Andrew. Okay, so we open up. Candice is getting her hair done, right? She up here at the salon. She touching up the roots, getting the highlights done and everything. And I'm like, oh, okay. And then Andrew, we pan over to him. He at the apartment moping around looking like a sad lost puppy or like he lost his best friend, right? He's trying to figure out what the next step is. I'm like, Andrew, what the heck you mean is the next step? This woman told you last episode that she do not want to be with you. What do you mean? You dropped her off at her halfway house. When you left, she was all excited that you left, that she got you out of her hair because she says you are too much and you need too much and she don't want to deal with you. She told us last episode that she was using you for the gifts and the money, and you up here trying to figure out what the next step is. Are you insane? The next step is break the lease on the apartment, take that brand new pickup truck you just brought her back to New Jersey and kick rocks and go get that freaking engagement ring. He let her keep the engagement ring, y'all. This man, again, another one. He looks like Quasimodo. Yes, he does, from Hunchback of Notre Dame. And he's an ugly guy. And he has low self-esteem. And she knows it. And she ain't no looker herself either. But he knows it too. And he feel like, oh, I got this type of woman that's attractive to me, so I must be doing something. So he knows that he is ugly. He knows he has low self-esteem. And she just knows that too. And she just rode this dude till the wheels fell off. But that ain't even the peak of it. Let me get into it. So Candice is at so Candice finishes her hair, right? And she says, do I owe y'all? Do I have to pay y'all? She says, no, you don't have to pay us. Andrew paid for that appointment months ago. Plus he gave them a good tip. Hold on, y'all. I need a water break because this is about to get real annoying. So he already paid for the hairstyle months ago. So she flipping it back. She all, oh, I'm cute or whatever. And she all, ready to go. So she is talking about he's very needy in her confessional. And she just can't handle it. She says, but it's too good to let go. The stuff is too good to let go. She talking about the apartment, the truck, all of that. She says, I can't let that go. What's going on, patients? Welcome to the live. Welcome, welcome, welcome. So He is up here on about to go back to New Jersey, right? And so he decided to let her keep the apartment and keep the truck, and he going back to New Jersey. I said the devil is a liar. It wouldn't be me. I would have snatched every single thing I gave her. And it ain't even about being petty or nothing, like I said in my last live. This woman has used and manipulated him. So why am I giving you my stuff when as soon as you got out of jail, you said you don't want to be with me? Patience says, am I new? Can you please tell me what's your name? I am Tasha. Welcome to the live. This is the Redefine Me channel. We are reviewing Love During Lockup, which is a show that comes on WeTV on Fridays at 9 p.m. This is the season finale for this particular show. Make sure you go ahead and subscribe and like this live. Okay, so she is keeping all the stuff from what we understand right now. So she calls her parole officer while she's outside of the hairdresser. She just finished getting her hair done. She's telling him that I have an apartment. Now we don't know that she's keeping the stuff yet. We found out she's keeping the stuff after she gets off the phone with the parole officer, okay? So the parole officer, she gets on the phone and she says, yes, I am at the halfway house. However, I have an apartment. And the only person that's living in an apartment is me and my fiance. She's referring to Andrew. She actually didn't say Andrew, because we're going to get into why I don't think it was Andrew. She said, me and my fiance, she said, nothing's wrong with him. He's not a felon or nothing. So I'm thinking she's talking about Andrew. We just go to work and come home. So the parole officer said, well, as long as I can talk to your fiance, it should not be a problem. So she says, thank you, hang up the phone. She then texts Andrew to let Andrew know, hey, you need to call my parole officer. And basically she's asking him for a favor. She's needing Andrew to allow her to stay at the apartment and tell him that everything is okay. Patience says, what, my nickname is Tasha and my real name is Natasha and Magisha. Patience is my sister's names. Oh, okay. Well, my name is Natasha as well. I just call myself Tasha. Welcome, Tasha. From Tasha. So then, she texts Andrew. Andrew then calls and he says, so you need me to call the parole officer? And she's like, yeah, well, I just need you to say that I can stay at the apartment. And she's like, but can I stay at the apartment? And Andrew is sitting there looking and he's like, well, yeah, I mean, you mean keep the apartment and the truck and we work on our relationship and everything like that. And she was on the phone like this. No, she was thinking to herself, no, I don't want to work on nothing with you. I just want your stuff. I was just like, how you want to not be with somebody and just want this stuff? So, he says, okay, to calling the parole officer. I said, Andrew, get some spine. Andrew is just the worst. Magisha says, but I have to play Roblox with my brother. Oh, okay. Well, thanks for stopping in. Make sure you subscribe and like the live. So she is up here asking if she can stay at the apartment. He agrees to it. She just wants the stuff, okay? And then she says to him, it needs to be a yes without conditions. So basically, like I just told y'all, she wants Andrew's stuff, but she does not want Andrew. So she don't want him to be up here talking about we gonna work on a relationship and all that stuff. She's like, no, I don't want to work on nothing with you. I just want your stuff. And he's like, okay, well, can I at least see you before I leave? He just wants to see the hairstyle and see her, because he about to get on the road and go back to New Jersey. This heifer goes, and I'm being nice by saying heifer, she goes and takes a selfie of herself inside of the Uber and sends it to Andrew. I said, dag. She said, no, it wouldn't be a good idea for him to see her. So she's not letting him see her, but she wants to keep the truck he brought her and the apartment and the charger. Remember last episode, she took the charger. So she wants to keep all of that. Child, and the new iPhone. So he done brought her some stuff, right? So then, what else happened? Hold on, y'all. Let me get down. So then, she gets off the phone with him. She says, "I love you, liar. You do not love Andrew. Why are you saying this?" So then, she gets on the phone with him. She gets the selfie. Andrew is drooling over the selfie, and I'm like, for what? She's a basic heifer. Ain't nothing exciting about her at all. Andrew then starts writing a 4-page letter. Now he thinking Aaliyah. I'm sending you a 4-page letter. He starts writing this note before he left, and he says, that they're on a break. And I'm like, what is wrong with Andrew? I think Andrew is mentally unstable because this woman has told him everything short of go jump off a cliff. I don't like you. And he still is talking about, oh, she just needs space. Oh, we're going to work on it. Oh, everything's going to be okay. I'm like, no, it isn't. So 3 hours later, y'all, check this out. And y'all not going to believe this mess. 3 hours later, Candice is in the car on the passenger side. We see her putting her hand across some other arm. And I'm like, who the heck is that arm? So she's in the car, she's riding, she's talking about stuff. Everything worked out the way it was supposed to. I'm glad we got married. And I'm thinking to myself, wait a minute. What? I'm like, did she marry Andrew? Y'all know. This is what happened, okay? We pan over when she says, oh, I'm glad we got married. Everything worked out the way it was supposed to. Y'all know Andrew let her keep the truck. So whoever it is driving Andrew's truck that he gave her. This old scandalous hoe. She just set up, she is really the worst, okay? So we pan over and we now meet the face with the arm. It is a guy named Ishmael, who is her husband. And I'm like, what in the world? When did she get married? So I don't know if she went and eloped within that 3 hours or what, of talking to Andrew, or what was going on. She said she met Ishmael 5 or 6 years ago, right? Then Ishmael went to prison. Then I guess he got out. Then she went to prison. So both of them are felons. And the only way they could be together is to get married. So you can't even have a healthy relationship with somebody, Candice, because he's a felon. So in order for y'all to have been together, y'all had to get married. She doesn't even want healthy relationships. She's very toxic, and she wants toxic relationships. What else? So when they pan over to when she first got out, right, and she was riding with Andrew, and that's when she was messaging Ishmael. And when she found out that it was still a chance with Ishmael, that's when she concocted the plan to get rid of Andrew. And this is probably why she wanted to go to well care, because y'all know Andrew was still here in the apartment that he got for her. So that's why she was pressed to go to well care, because Ishmael was probably meeting her at well care, picking her up from there. They was going out to lunch, just doing all this stuff in Andrew's truck. You can't make this stuff up. So she said Andrew was only good for the gifts and the security. And then wait, what did I put? Hold up. Okay, so yeah, she said Andrew was only good for gifts and the security and everything that a person needs to be stable in prison. She says that Andrew wanted the prison Candice, but the prison Candice and the real Candice is two different people. So when she got out of prison, that's the real Candice. So she wasn't about to give Andrew the real Candice, because she's like, no, you She said, I'm going to give you the real Candice, my bad, not the prison Candice. And I'm just like, that's messed up. So you manipulated this man. But at the end of the day, I can't be too mad at Candice, because she played the game, right? She did what she had to do to survive. So you can't get too mad at Candice. But I just was mad at the way that she treated this man. No human being deserves to have their emotions and feelings played with. You're up here taking these men gifts and money and things like that, and knew you had no intentions of being with him. Because if that's the case, when you first got out and he asked you to marry him, you should have said no right away, because you knew you'd have no intentions of being with him like that. But she made it seem like they were going to be together. What else happened? Um, so she says that she just wants Andrew to go back to New Jersey. She stays in Las Vegas, and she wants to continue this long distance relationship. Keep telling him what he want to hear, so that she can keep the apartment and the truck. My theory is that she was going to move in her husband Ishmael into the apartment, and they were going to have an apartment because Andrew paid. I think he paid a month or two or whatever it was on the apartment. So they were going to live on Andrew for a couple of months and drive Andrew's truck that he brought. I said, baby, you cannot make this stuff up. So to wrap it up with Candice and Andrew, Candice broke off the relationship with Andrew. Of course she did. When she broke it off, Andrew finally got some backbone and broke the lease on the apartment. So now he probably had to pay, because when you break a lease, I don't know where y'all at, but in the US, when you break a lease, you have to pay like 1 month's rent, and you have to pay the current month's rent or something. So it's a lot of money that you have to pay. And breaking a lease means that you end up saying you don't want to live there anymore. Like if you have a 12-month lease and at the third month something happens and you can't live there anymore, that means you're breaking the lease, you're leaving beforehand. So some apartments charge you for the rest of the year. Some charge you for a month of rent, 2 months of rent, or whatever. But whatever it was, Andrew had to pay to get out of that broken lease. He took back the truck, but she kept the ring. Child, I would have took back, and that wrapped up them two. I would have took back everything. I would have took back the ring too. And then what kind of man is Ishmael, where you up here letting your woman keep a ring that another man gave her? Like, this whole thing was just so messed up. I felt bad for Andrew, but at the same time, Candice played. She played a game, and Andrew was stupid enough to fall for the game. Why, everybody? Because what did we learn today on the live? When you are a ugly person on the outside, or you don't know your worth, or you don't have high self-esteem, because there's some ugly people that got high self-esteem. If you don't have that working for you, people can sense it. They can smell it like a dog. They can pick it up. And if they pick that up, they are going to run over top of you. And it's messed up, but it's so true. What's up, Safeway? Is it pink? Is what pink? You got a whole Safeway? Child. So anyway, that's my review, y'all, for the season finale of Love During Lockup. Y'all let me know what y'all thought about it. Shout out to the replay watchers. What's up, y'all? Make sure y'all like this live, like this video, and subscribe to the Redefine Me channel. We have a good time over here. I will be live again on tomorrow, where I will do a motivational message short, and I also do what's called lunchtime language, where we talk about current events and we sound off in the comments, and I also sound off about what's going on. I do that on Monday and Tuesday. I have also added a new segment to my lineup called Thirsty Thursdays, where I come live on Thursdays and we dive into the Word of God so that we can be thirsty after Him. And it's really a quick little 30-minute Bible study that I do on Thursdays. Okay, so we about to go into love after lockup. Now, I don't know if that starts next week. I gotta check the schedule, but I will be reviewing love after lockup. And so far, Shante and True is the only couple that's going to be on there. I think Teenie and Rob might be on there too, but I'm definitely not sure. But please, everybody, make sure you give this video a thumbs up and that you subscribe to the Redefine Me channel. I love y'all so much. What's up, Michael Morgan? Hello. Thank you for joining the live. Make sure you give this video a thumbs up and subscribe to the Redefine Me channel. I love y'all so much, and I will see y'all on tomorrow. Make sure your notification button is on when you subscribe so you can get the alerts that I am live. Okay? I love y'all so much. Happy Sunday, or whenever you watch this. Until we meet again. Bye, y'all.